But you need to understand, it is a ritual. When people are killed, when they start killing, it's also a ritual. When did Ojwang die?
Who?
Ojwang.
Ojwang.
He died on
8th. This, yeah.
8th. 8th has a significant spiritual realm.
Hoya guys, back to our YouTube channel. Nasema thanks so extensive kuendelea kusupport hii channel. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu, nyinyi ni watu wa baraka ndani ya hii channel. Kwa hivyo asanteni zaidi, acha Mungu aweze kukuonekania na kupiganie zile moments. Unaenda kulike hii video na kusubscribe kama ni mara yako kwanza. Acha Mungu aweze kukufungulia malango yako kuanzia saa hii. Kwa hivyo guys, let us now dive in. Pastor Ndura wa Irunge, kumbuka alituambia kwamba wakati ambapo William Ruto wants to start his campaign, kama ni mwaka wa uchaguzi, William Ruto huwa na make sure amefikia makanisa fulani kutoa sacrifices. Na moments ambazo William Ruto huwa anatoa sacrifices, huanga anatoa kulingana na term. Kama ni first term, William Ruto huwa na donate 10 million. Na sio chache zote, kuna zile specific churches ambazo William Ruto himself anatambua, then hawa watumishi wa Mungu ndo wanajua. Ukiambiwa saizi hata uwezi amini. And that's why unaona, I can tell you for free that William Ruto will be a one-term president. Because ka story yake imeanza kutambulika, then utakuja kurealize ya kwamba even to win election, it will be very, very difficult to William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya. Then after that, William Ruto, baada kutoa sacrifices kwa hizo makanisa, huwa anatoka nje ya nchi, anaenda Tanzania to meet a witch. Huyo ndio huwa anamfinalizia mambo. Unaona watu wangu? Huanga anaenda kuconfirm kama amefikia hizi kanisa zote. And that's why Pastor Ndura was telling us. Hiyo video nilikufanyia. And I'm sure of it. Hiyo video ilienda zaidi na ilitembea. Unaona watu wangu? So now, Pastor Ndura amefanya another new video na Plug TV. Na napenda zaidi kutumia video za hawa majamaa, because nataka ni expose pia mafans wangu wakuje kutambua ni nini kinaendelea hii. Mbona hii story inaenda hivi na inafika hivi na inakuwa hivi. So Pastor Ndura is telling us nani wataongoza hii nchi 2027. And William Ruto, what's the plan of William Samoei Arap Ruto? Because now tumekuwa tuna witness goons wamekuwa deployed the whole of Nairobi County, attacking goons, looting. Nono watu wangu?
Goons wa Nairobi, mmeamua tutalala na stock kwa nyumba. Na hivyo ndivyo tunafanya, so hatuwezi risk. Tunaangalia videos ati tunaibiwa and there's nothing we can do about it. Tumeamua vitu zetu, stock yetu tunalala nayo kwa nyumba. So we are packing. Tutarudi tu mkimaliza vita, because hatuwezi vumilia. Hatuwezi vumilia, sisi tumeenda na stock yetu.
So now in this video, don't try to swipe up. Nasema santeni zaidi. I want to play this video. Na naomba uweze kutizama up to the end. Then you are going to let me know what are your thoughts at the comment section. Because now I always like to use Pastor Ndura. Lazima tu nitumie Pastor Ndura, because huyu jamaa most of the time huwa predict accurate. Sitaki ni kuwastea time. Sikiza mambo.
When they project you, you become whatever you become, and then they start killing, it's also a ritual. It's not just like that. It's not just by the way. It is a ritual also. The bloodshed is a ritual that is used to sustain the government in power. Like if you look at the example, when did Ojwang die?
Who?
Ojwang. He died on
8th. This, yeah.
8th. On the month of
was it June?
8th has a significant spiritual realm. June is a month that sacrifices are given. This is a son, a firstborn son, and the only son. What a choice.
That sounds like conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy, yes. You agree with me as a conspiracy or not. That is you. But what I need you to understand, all these things are ritual. Whatever we were doing then, we were pushed to do things at the expense or at the advantage of some people, like Shakahora was doing, or many things that rituals happen around. So any form of a killing you see by a state or an agent of a state, and it brings a pro, it was a sacrifice. It was not just ordinary. Whoever that was behind it, could it be not the man that did it? Could it be not the people that did it? But behind the scene, behind the spiritual powers, there is somebody.
There is a hidden force pushing.
There is a hidden force pushing it. Because it is all about the thing that we are calling the New World Order and the many things that are happening and the reestablishing power. Politicians use a lot of witchcraft. Politicians are devil worshippers. Politicians use private organs for human beings. Politicians use internal organs for them to sustain power. They kill people to sustain power. They do many things to sustain power. Therefore, what is happening now, and also the Genzs, remember this guy, I don't know whether you know, he was also called Mukwana. The guy for Kware murders, the guy that was arrested.
Collins, alikuwa anaitwa Collins Jumaisi.
Jumaisi. Where did he go?
I don't know.
If you ask very clearly, very well, yeah, he might have been killed. Because what Mukwana is doing now, he should have been killed by yesterday. Because what he's revealing is setting up some powers. Because once you go to from the OCS to OCPD to DIG.
He's snitching on them.
Yes, to DIG. Who appointed the DIG? We want to tell me that the DIG was operating without NIS knowing. NIS is pro-government. He's supporting the government and defending the government. So DIG was doing the same. So what could be the repercussion? Because this is a formation of an army that is coming. This is a formation, let's put in quote, the Mungiki of those days now is being created because we were created out of fragmentations and desperation of many things that were happening around us. And because of desperation, economical desperation, social desperation, and the national fabric disconnect, this is what caused we have a Mungiki, and not only a Mungiki, we had the Talibans, we had the Amachuma from the Kisii, we had the Al-Shabaab from the Somali, Chinkororo, we had Kamjesh, we had Mombasa guys, they used to call, they had a name, the one that were killing people from Bara.
I can't remember.
I remember the name. We had them. We had all places. They were created by politicians for political purposes. And when these people conflict together and then they have a rogue person who unites them, then we are in for something very dangerous.
It's taking time.
Kenya must be prepared for a possible, a bomb, a bang in the country that will cause, because if, I'm saying if, this kind of rogue kind of people you're seeing, that they can get into a police cell, beat somebody to death, and then they go looking for cover-ups. That's a well-organized group, well-orchestrated thing. How many people have gone unnoticed? These people have blood in their hands. People they have killed. When somebody kills, he thinks killing. Now, why is Raila so silent on this? Why is he not making noises? Why is Orengo silent?
Because
why is Onyang' Nyong'o silent? It's only this lady,
Wanga
and Emilio Odhiambo. At what time did women become now the advocate of the Luo community? We are just thinking loudly. I'm not trying to insinuate anything. Just try to think loudly. At what time that now everything has been left for women to do the job? You can see the conspiracy that is moving on and how big this thing is. And the Raila maybe thought he will get into the government of Ruto and disorganize it the way he disorganized the Moi government, or he tried to disorganize the Kibaki government. This government of Ruto, it's very hard for you because it is a government within a government. We have like 6 governments in the Ruto government. So Raila doesn't know which government is dealing with.
What do you mean we have 6 governments?
Because there is they have layers inside of government. We have the Faruku government, we have the Kipsigis government, the Nandi government, the Murkomen government, we have the Kendiki government, they have several governments inside the government because everybody is trying to please.
Those are structures.
Yeah, those are different structures because they want to please the master. This guy from DIG is an AP, is not a regular police. And this guy called Ndegwa, is it Ndegwa?
Douglas Kanja.
Yeah. Kanja is a normal police, regular police officer.
Yeah.
He's not in the line of AP. APs always, they think they are superior than the normal police officers.
Because they are paramilitaries.
They are paramilitaries and they have special training, special arrangements. So for them, they look at other police, like they look at the DIG and they see, Nimutu Abut. So they don't look at him, the IG, they don't look at the IG as a man that they can
take instructions
Yeah.
from.
And number 2, you find that all the number 2s in the government of Ruto, they come from one community. All the number 2s, they come from one community. And this is the community that is controlling. They're the one that Ruto is calling, not you up there. You put it there, watu wamewekwa pale juu, just for the sake ya kuonyesha watu, we have a national face. But the number 2s are the people controlling the whole thing. So whatever that is happening is what can happen that happened in Sudan with the Hemedi and the group. And this you can see now, the weapons that are in Sudan. You can see massacres that are in Sudan. People are named. See, things are being smuggled from Sudan. The economy of Sudan, nobody is controlling. Fighting is there. People are dying. Mothers are dying. And this could happen to us if we are not very careful. Could happen to Kenya if we don't control this situation. And I'm asking the young people, the Genzs, the millennials and everything. Now, let us focus on the fabric of the nation. Let us not fall. This has been handled. The Ojwang case has been handled already, and things are going on. Let's come together and look at one direction. Let's take back Kenya to where it is supposed. Let's stop these goons. Let's support anything, whether it is Mungike, whether it is Ngororo, West Machuma, whatever it is, Al-Shabaab. Let us unite first to safeguard Kenya. Let us be jealous of Kenya. If you are Luo, you are a Kalenjin, you are Kikuyu, whoever you are, nationalism, being a nationalist here is very important, very proud for us that we return Kenya to a peaceful nation. We do the demonstration and stop these goons being used. Stop these young men, because we know them from wherever you come from. We know who is who, where is who. We come to terms, we sit them down, and we tell them, don't destroy your nation. Don't destroy your country. Our country is so important. We need peace. And I appeal to the president. President is so many people that Kenyans thought of a very intelligent man. But what happened to him? Everybody until I voted for him. I didn't vote for him because he's a Kalenjin or he's Yadi UDA. But how he used to articulate things.
You could feel that this is the guy.
You could feel the vibration Kenya needs. This is the vibration.
They actually say he's a good orator. Once he steps on the stage.
Wow. He talks things. Now you wonder, where did this man that kept talking to us, where did this man go? You see, he's a good man. I don't know what happened to him.
Now, Apostle, from your experience as an ex-Mungiki leader,
yes.
At that time, while you were busy patrolling the streets of Nairobi, working together with the government. Were you sure of what your fate would be in the near future? Or maybe were you aware of what might happen to you next?
No, when you have power with you, when you have money with you, and when you have the people with you, because power is the government, people is the people's power, and then you have money. You think the world belongs to you. Until now, the same people who are feeding you turns against you. That's when you realize things are not good. Because I remember that's the time the internal security minister announced and said, shoot Waroinge on site. Not Michuki. The one who started it is Christopher Murungaro. He said, shoot Waroinge on site. And he gave 40 million over my head. I had to run away from this nation. I went to South Africa. I went to Namibia. I went to DRC. I went to Mali, Bamako. That is where I was hiding myself. It was untenable. It was complicated. And these are people that you are with in Mungiki. They were members of Mungiki. The same people who said so. They were members of Mungiki. And we supported them to win the election. And then they turned against us because they thought we would become a threat to them. Now, much later again, the Michuki comes in. Michuki now declares war and kills. In Kangema alone, 700 young men were killed one day.
I remember he went on camera and he said, if you rattle a snake, he must be
prepared to be rattled by a snake. And he said, these people you are seeing, you will not even bury them. One by one. And he did that.
And in Mathare, just sorry to cut you short, in Mathare at that time, and all these ghettos where most of you were said to be dwelling in, how are the police identifying you that you are a member of Mungiki?
One thing, we were taking snuff, and some had dreadlocks, and some had pierced their ears. Upper Jew. So that was something that you could be able to identify. Again, while we were in Mungiki, NSIS planted other members of NSIS and they became Mungiki members. And they were given a lot of money to come and find their way up to the top ranks. Because when you like a church or you have an organization and you have so and so, Plug TV is the one sponsoring, you get to attract that favor of become chairman. And most of the Mungiki chairmen that were then, all were NSIS members. Most of the treasurers, most of the coordinators were NSIS members. They were given money to come and join us, and then they came and found their way to the top leadership. So the people, then I had moved out of Mungiki. It was Maina that was leading Mungiki. Maina now came, there's a time he found himself under the control of NSIS. Himself, he thinks he has members, but they were not members. And from then, that is when they started arresting him. I remember he was arrested by a toy gun and taken to committee for 6 years. Later on, he was arrested. He came out. He was arrested with Bangi. He came out, and then that's when they tried to kill him on Jororok, those places, and many things happened to him. Not knowing that the people that he was with in his cars, in wherever going, they were NSIS guys and some of police who are seconded to Mungiki. So that they can tame the animal that was created by the previous government.
So at that time, before all these tribulations started hitting you guys, in the previous government, you had all the security, you had all...
We were running the show. We were so powerful. We were doing anything. We could enter to any office of an OCS. An OCS would salute when you enter to his office. An OCS will do anything to please you because you can sack the OCS. You can just one phone call and the OCS is gone. Now these OCSs, later they were given power against us.
Now in the new government.
The new government gave them power now to deal with us. Remember the bitterness they were having against us. They dealt with us ruthlessly. Ruthlessly. Many people died. Thousands of people died.
And just a quick one. At that time, what mode of executions was the government carrying on the members of Mungiki?
The same execution you are seeing now. That is exactly what used to happen. There was people dying in cells, people being shot, people plucked their eyes, and they will find them, postmortem will be done. You'll find their eyes in the stomach. People will be cut their fingers. People will be cut their legs. People will be chopped off their private parts. That's what used to happen. Total terror. And this will happen to these young people who are supporting Sakaja, who are supporting these politicians, who are being given money. I would want to just caution them. Stop what you're doing. It will turn against you. You will cry at some point. Just you have your young people with your motorbikes. Just concentrate on that 50 bob you are getting. Wachana na pesa ya watu. They will eat you once they are through with you.
So if you look at how you guys were being tortured back then, and currently you can see some of these famous MCAs and governors are endorsing these young men to come.
You know what? Me, I've been to prison 52 times. There is no single prison in Kenya, the major one, that I've never been taken to. From Kodiaga to Manyani, from Manyani to Kamete to Naivasha, all the prisons in Kenya, Maine. I've been to prison 52 times. I have been shot at 12 times. I was poisoned 9 times. And I was taken to Nyati.
Nyati House, I remember.
Nyati House and the Nyayo House torture chambers several times. And some of the people that are in the government today, and some of the people who are governors today, and some of the people who are now top senior people in the country were part of the team that used to torture us. So when you hear a person like Natembea saying, giving a narration, how people are tortured, Natembea didn't buy the idea of that newspaper, that this thing was done in Karura. He went straight to what he knows happens. He went straight to the police cells. He didn't go to Karura. He didn't give a story of Karura. He went because he's part of the people of the team that used to do these things. He was an administrator. Wamonyero was an administrator. These people that worked in the government, the protocols of the government as administrators, these are the people that used to execute the plans of the then governments, Moi government, Kenyatta government, and any other government. So what they are telling you is the truth. If they wanted you to die, they would just allow. They didn't want Ngeno. Natembea didn't want Ngeno to die because he knew the repercussions, that what could happen. So he rescued Natembea. He had people from DCI coming. He rescued this guy. He pulled him out and took him because they knew what will happen. It's him who is going to be blamed.
He was supposed, actually, he said that Joanna Ngeno was supposed to be sodomized.
Yes. And you could be sodomized by the people, like the people who did with the guy. We never know what happened to Kajwang before he was killed. It could be he was sodomized first, and then they finished with him.
Now, talking about the goons, following yesterday's invention of goons in the capital city, the governor afterwards issued a statement saying that he is not aware of who these young men are.
You know Sakaja, and I feel pity for him because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's being flamed up by the same people that will come and turn against him. But if I was Sakaja, I will stop that menace. I will call even these demonstrators, the Genzs, the militias out, because he's a young man. I will call them to my office and then discuss this issue together. I'll just try to do some politics. He's been silent for quite a long. I will just go silent and let people who are doing this to do these things. Remember Farouk telling him that we want to hear peace is there. Is he the IG or the DIG or the Nairobi commander? He's a governor. Why, even if you are trying to defend people's properties, why will you use young men to unleash violence against fellow young men? If we are trying to protect people's property and people's lives, why will you allow that to happen? Why then did they go to City Hall to shout that tumemaliza kazi? So these are things that you think you are trigger happy, you think inafanyika, imefanyika, imeenda, imefanyika. But the actual thing is, what will happen to you tomorrow? Because Babuino is also vying. Babuino is also another goon who will be able to do his goonish. Maitu Waroinge could be vying. Waruingi has
His own goons.
can activate goons at ease. I can activate if you wanted. If you wanted 10,000 people right today, it's just a phone call away. I just call and they will come. So what if there is this Gakuya? Gakuya is from Eastland, and you know politicians from Eastland, what they can be able to do.
Very rogue.
They are very rogue. If Gakuya now says, bring my 10 people, Waruinge the same, Plug TV the same, Kemani the same, any other person the same, and then these people converge in the city,
what would happen?
What will happen? Kenya will burn up. Kenya will be destroyed. This is very immoral, something that must be stopped at all costs. We must rise. Men, I'm talking now to the men of God, men of color, the politicians, business community, people in the government. Let's come together and stop this. Let people be allowed to picket as long as they're not destroying properties and as long as the police is not interfering with them. When the army is around, like when the people are demonstrating toward the airport, the people interacted nicely with the army and they could not even go. Nobody stopped them because they found nobody's resisting, nobody's fighting us. The only way to win, to defeat a demonstration is to becoming friendly to them. If the police become friendly to the demonstrators, you defeat them automatically.
You have disarmed them.
You have disarmed them because they want to be chocosoad. They want tear gas. They want these water cannons to come. So they enjoy. Are you getting me now? They enjoy. So this thing of using force, it will cost Ruto's presidency. It will cost this government the reputation and everything. Not the reputation for the Wazungus, but the reputation amongst us, because there will be a lot of mistrust and there will be a lot of confusion and people fighting one another. Then after now, we are to